Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my newest YouTube membership members, Tinky. Thanks for your support. Now in today's video, we're finally finished leveling up level 10 Manifest for AS Laclair, and now we're going to attempt to beat it two different ways as usual. We're going to go with the Tales of Team, first of all, to see if we can handle that, and then afterwards we'll use a little bit more fun team, shall we say. Now if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. Now again, I realize that level 10 Manifest fights are a little bit more straightforward nowadays than before, being that there's a lot of power creep. You probably can use a ton of Grasta in order to handle a fight like this, and honestly a 2-turn AF or a strong team should be able to handle it. That being said, this battle is a little tricky in the fact that first of all, it starts off with a large AoE aiming flood that reduces your power on your team and also does a significant number of damage on the first turn. So if you don't watch for that, you could actually end up getting killed or very close to it. You can see that Yuri is only down to a few hundred, and keep in mind we have defense with slash zone already, being that we reduce pierce attacks by 30%. That being said, we can heal using Guardian Field. We also have Mila that can heal at end of turn. Remember that for those who haven't used Tales of characters, if you use primarily non-elemental attacks or non-type attacks during the majority of that turn, her end of turn will essentially be a magical attack that also heals your team. So it's actually very, very useful. We're going to just keep on spamming because what we're going to do is outside of AF, we want Velvet to trigger her Therian state, which makes her a lot more powerful. One thing I will say here, as I messed up the AF, I would have normally cast Coil on one of the last turns with Chris, and the reason for that is you increase your max HP by 20% and also physical resistance by 20% as well, and you'll need it against this fight for sure, and you'll see why in a little bit. That being said, otherwise, Yuri will essentially use Guardian Field to help put type resistance up, heals our team a little bit, and don't forget we also use Whirling Assault from Mila in order to at least apply one stack of physical resistance debuff, and that really actually matters in terms of the damage because we don't need her type resistance down. We really do need that physical resistance down in order for our team to do as much damage as possible. Note that she has no resistance to non-type attacks, however she does have resistance to the wind attack from Yuri. We don't really rely on him to do a lot of damage, and you can see that unfortunately those wolves, Bao and Gao, after the HP stopper do get summoned, and they're very fast. They're faster than this team for sure. Not sure the exact speed, not sure. You can let me know in the comments below if you can outspeed them, or to be fair, I'm sure you just killed them off and didn't really bother trying to extend this battle. That being said, they are very fast. They do about 1,000 damage unmitigated, and so I'm trying to actually cast Cress's move, and obviously he just died. Remember, for the Tales of, once they're under 25%, they can do a special move that essentially heals them to full status, and so we didn't get a chance to do that. Now, we did VC in AS Laclair, and AS Laclair does give us power 35 for all of our team members, and so being that Slash Zone cannot be removed by AS Laclair, we still do have the protection of Slash Zone, which allows us to survive a little bit more, and we can now power up our half bar AF, and luckily the rest of the team survived. See, the end of turn heal is very, very useful, as you can see, and we're going to use the last bit of our AF and finish off of AS Laclair. I don't want to extend this battle any further because, let's be honest, with a crippled team losing both Cress and Yuri, we don't want to really fool around in this case. Also, keep in mind that with this particular battle, you only have to kill AS Laclair. Bao and Gao do not have to be hurt in any way, shape, or form. I didn't target them, and I'm not sure that if you do target them, whether or not they'll hurt you more. Usually, some of those people can basically enhance the damage of the bosses if you kind of kill off their minions. In this case, not sure, so just killed her off, and we finally get to unlock level 10 Manifest for AS Laclair. I'm really looking forward to it, actually, and once I have some time, I'll probably do a 5-star review of her with her abilities and her new Manifest weapon as well. I understand she is one of the top water DPS pierced units now, and she'll play very well with AS Ford, or if you had AS Yukino, I'm sure Yukino and AS Seal would make a very strong bow team. So we did get that, very nice, and we do get 100 Chrono Stones and a gold badge for our troubles. So let's take a look at our setup here. I did not use any Grasta just to kind of see if or very minimal Grasta, I should say, just to see if we can tackle this boss without that. I'm sure that if you are having troubles, just make sure you do have a level 80 Tales of team, and you can put any combination of Grasta. Hopefully some Void or non-type Grasta will really help things along. In the case of Crest, I did use Dormant Ore to enhance that power of Void, and the reason for why is that will share the extra power up with the two sword users, Mila and Velvet. So it did help in the battle in that sense. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to have a little bit more fun on our side, less fun for AS Laclair. We're going to use a much more powerful team. Obviously, you can see this is a team I used to roll out quite a bit against some more powerful bosses where they are weak or vulnerable to Earth. And we have a fully stacked team, manifested, Serene manifested, Deidre, AS Nagy, and of course AS Myris as well. And the scary part is we're not even using AS Myris. We're actually using her only to switch in from Mayunfa. Our beloved Mayunfa sets up Earth Zone, obviously gives us some protection against Aiming Flood. Keep in mind though, Aiming Flood still does power reduction for our team by 20%. Note that we have the end of turn heal with Mayunfa. And keep in mind that with Earth Zone, all water attacks are reduced in damage by 50%, which really helps our team, not to mention we do increase our own Earth attacks by 50%. So we're just going to, you can see we already brought it down to the HP stopper very, very quickly. We have Deidre playing very well with Serene, guaranteed Pain Setter. Keep in mind that for Deidre to do maximum damage, she does have to be at full HP, and so you can either rely on the end of turn heal from Mayufa, or you can use Dark Rays to suck some life from your enemies and heal her. So you can see that she has a max AP enhancement, which is from Mayumfa, and then she also did suck that energy out with the blood rays. Now all we have to do is attack and see if we can get it down. Note that with Pain active, Earth resistance down 50% from AS Nagy. It should be absolutely no problem. 1-2 hits guaranteed crit with Mayumfa's attacks, and that's the end of that. I didn't even use Glorious Teeth Stock actually. I just did the 2-hit powered down attack. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my Grasta here, and this is going to be very different from the first battle. We have fully stacked Grasta. In this case, I didn't even use Pain Grasta. I used some Pain Grasta, but mostly Elemental. Haven't really played around with it that much. None of them are enhanced, although I do have true VC Grasta for my entire Earth team. I just grinded out because I did rely on Earth teams at one point to really put the hurt on some of my enemies. Now, in this case, I do find that weapon zones are a little bit better, but still, it's nice to use some old units for a change. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.